it's been an amazing Super Wild Card weekend, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Detroit Lions. What a weekend it's been already. One more to get through on this Monday night, and we are underway here in the Wild Card round. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Play action. It's Goff. He'll buy some time right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's second and 10. Just beating the play clock is Goff. And right away, he lost the football. But I believe the Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's third and long. Off play action. Here's Goff. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Third and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Williams, the man in motion left. He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Now a play fake, and it's Goff. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Goff. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. Now make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Jamison Williams, 45 yards. And the Lions will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 20. They go here with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
They'll fake it there on the jet sweep, but instead, here's Swift. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, they look like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. Now Goff going to fake the jet sweep and the handoff and look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. From the 50, it's Goff. Throws out left, it's caught by Williams. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. To throw is Goff. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a give running left with Montgomery. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Gibbs straight ahead. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. A nice run right there, and we talk this time of year about certain teams, certain players who don't have a lot of postseason history to speak of. And here's a man right here in his rookie season in the NFL, and he's being asked to carry the load at running back for this offense.
And he has acquitted himself nicely here in his rookie year. And look, I think we both believe that the burden's a little lighter on backs and receivers than it is on quarterbacks in the playoffs. But that's not to say this is going to be easy. As fast as the NFL game is in the regular season, it's like warp speed when you turn pressure up in the postseason. So let's see how he handles things early.
So instead of fourth down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because third down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
Montgomery trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. David Montgomery punching it in from a yard away. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Patterson now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Patterson back out there to send this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Swift. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Aiden Hutchinson just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. off the play fake. Here's Hurts. That's to the speedster Olamide Zaccheaus. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Swift going to try up the middle. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. On first down, Hurts. Back to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Past the 20. 5. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Throwing is Hurts. Being chased out left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
I think the defense surprised them there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Second down, here's Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Hurts to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. That is caught, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 3. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And it's going to be another 1st. As they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 44-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Quick slant here to Smith. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the 1st half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They go play action with Hurts. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Lions are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
Up to the 20.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 20, here's second down and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. That's complete to the Porter. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's second and 10. Now Goff. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Throwing on third, Goff. He's got a man, complete. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. To the air again, Goff. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Second down and 4. Here's Goff. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
They're pretty good gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Now a 2nd and 6. Goff now looks to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Goff. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
One quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
They'll roll him out right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2...
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game.
It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Goff. Flush to his right. He finds his man, complete. It's Gibbs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
On 1st and 10, Goff.
This to Laporta, right side.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They shakes him off. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Hassan Reddick, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Here's Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Running off tackle with Montgomery. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. You know what? I know it's 4th down and they've got a big lead, but go for it.
Yeah, and why not, right? Because they have the big lead. But don't you have to have a little bit of admiration for these guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've been shoved around this entire game, and they're making a nice goal line stand here. It would be fun to see them stop them on 4th down, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's like putting whipped cream on broccoli at this point.
So what you're saying is they're going to go for it on 4th down. They're going to get it, aren't they?
I would. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
65 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Brian Branch with it. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
Goff going to throw it. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from Ford Field.